when I teach, one of the biggest, I guess, complaints about that my students have about their own painting is they can't get loose, they're too tight. So basically, I really try and encourage them to stand up at an easel, arm's length, use as big a brush as possible to paint with, and that automatically your paintings will loosen up quite a bit. This is a dream come true. It's a pipe dream. Plus, there's more to come back away from your painting, get you away, and you can really start to see, okay, what am I going for? Is that happening? I really never had formal training. I did go to college to get a degree to teach art. If you're on top of it like this, you can't see that. So that's the other reason too, while you're standing up anyway, it's really easy to just keep walking back and forth. When you're sitting down, that means you have to get up and then walk back and forth. And most people say, I'm not gonna get up. I just remember being a senior and graduating with my BS in art education and saying to myself, there's no way I want to teach art. And then you constantly just have to keep looking at it and see what you have. Now I want to get darker. The light's coming out this way, so I'm going to just get a little more bold with my darks. It's fun to mix. I know that this Winsor blue and this Winsor red make a really nice dark, so I can, instead of mixing on my palette, I can do something like that. I'm going to go down this direction a little bit. And the fun thing about watercolor, I mean, I've done oil, and I love oil. They each have their own kind of unique possibilities. But there are things that you can do with watercolor that you cannot do with oil, and this is one of them. I did finally start teaching at Keene High School, but always did my art as much as I was teaching and as full-time a job as that is, I still painted. So I've had a lot of fun going into the oil, but then coming back into the water media and taking what I learned by doing in the oil paintings and kind of working composition and values with my water media, but actually using some of these techniques. I left teaching about 11 years ago. I left Keene High, and it was like walking off a cliff. And right now I'm just thinking of a map. You know, where are those places going to be? Life is good. Life is good. I realized after I left teaching, I told myself I would not teach for at least 5 years, and I didn't, that I missed it a little bit. And I still always want to be an artist that sometimes teaches. I don't want to be an art teacher that sometimes does art. This new Air and Light series, I have an area where it's barely there because of the light coming through, and I've been having fun keeping that in my paintings. I started out in watercolor, I moved into oils, I got into a niche with equine art over in Saratoga and down in Connecticut. This is still a little wet, which is okay. What I wanted to find was a real challenge with watercolor, and that was when I really got into this Air and Light series. Like, where are the centers of those flowers? trying to find in a landscape and in a painting, where is the place? Where is that place? Where is that energy where where the light and the air come together? Now, and once this dries, you can go back and pour even more so you can get some darks that are going to start to bring your shapes out. I know a lot about the land around me. I ride my horse all the time in these woods. So I have a constant barrage of ideas. I'm part of a group right now. We call ourselves the Fast 25 because it's fall foliage art studio tour, and there are 25 of us on this tour. And it's going to be held on Columbus Day weekend.